Aberdeen 2, Fcsb 2. The coefficient is in the mud, but I tell you what, it was looking a lot worse. So let's actually talk about this game of football. Hibs are getting beat 2-0 as of recording, but Aberdeen, folks, were brutal in this game of football, right? I don't care what anybody says. People are going to spin this and pretend that Aberdeen, like, oh, it was a fantastic comeback. That Bucharest team, Romanian champions or not, they looked brutal, right? Rangers absolutely destroyed them last year 4-0. And I'm not saying Aberdeen, right, can't feel a little bit happy about going for 2-0 to making it 2 each and keeping the tie well and truly alive for next week. But at the same time, when you go down, when you're 1-0 down and you go against 10 men, right, with 37 minutes on the clock, I think you should be looking, seriously, you should be looking to win that game. And what I'll say is Aberdeen pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and they never gave up that way. But the amount of quality, right, that Aberdeen lacked in forward, Kessikan losing it, Jensen losing it, Palvera I thought was brilliant for Aberdeen, right? But there's so many, that Notster guy, brutal, Malloy, brutal. Just so many times they were trying to push it wide in the past would just leave him astray. Absolutely, absolutely crazy, man. But I mean, let's just get into the start of the game. So ball whipped in from Aberdeen. Yenge tries to get his header on it. Absolutely brutal. As Hibs have made it 2-1. They pulled the goal back against Legia Warsaw. They'll probably be hoping for another one there. But anyway, yeah, Malloy then gets brought down. Never a penalty. Ball gets fizzed across the 6 yard box. Yenge again really needs to just stick a leg out and put this in the back of the net. He doesn't. The guy's pissed though. Right, what's this guy that plays for Aberdeen's name? Amkish or something? He is brutal. Number 7, every time he picked up the ball, he'd cut in and shoot for like 40 yards or hit an overhit cross. It's like, what are you playing at, man? Guy's absolutely brutal. He has a shot that's blocked. Milanovic gets booked like, oh, you can't lose the head, man. You need to keep your head in it. Ain't that right, Tony Docherty? Yes, Tony Docherty was doing commentary on this game. And then what happens is they get the goal. Belita, their number 9, he gets played through. Absolutely brutal defending. Alfie Dorrington, that guy is pish. Just the entirety of the back line, man, is just disjointed. They don't have a fucking Scooby snack what they're doing. And 1-0. And you know what the frustrating thing is for Aberdeen? Aberdeen deserve to be winning here. But it's just one of those goals that's so avoidable. And here, coming from a Rangers man, pretty much every single goal we've conceded this season's avoidable, right? Every single goal. But this is pathetic, man. Awful defending, but here the awful defending is still to come, because by God, is the second goal even worse than that first goal. Absolute tragic. So Sissotti gets sent off for a tackle. Was it down on the back of Palversa? I don't know. Someone from Aberdeen got the studs right through the back of them. I mean, I actually think this is a wee bit... Is it harsh? I mean, put it this way, it's not the clearest penalty I've ever... not penalty, red card I've ever seen, but they give it. Aberdeen, you think, right, you need to step up to task. Jensen has a shot saved, and that pretty much took us to half time. But you're thinking, right, get in, make a few subs, change a few things. You're only 1-0 down. Hopefully, they'll be able to come out, put this team to the sword, and make the man advantage count. But they didn't, because some of the worst defending, and well, I was going to say some of the worst defensive mix-up you'll ever see. No, that was Tuesday night, because I will never forgive or forget De Giga and Jack Butland for what they did. And you know what? Everyone's pinning on De Giga. See Jack Butland? He like makes eye contact with him, and he's running towards the ball, and then he just stops. Just nobody willing to step up to task and clear it here. And it's exact same here. Noster and Malloy are just looking at each other. They're just, alright, are you going to kick it? Am I going to kick it? Then the guy runs through. He plays it to the back post to Alaru, who I believe got the captain's armband after he got subbed on at half time. And it's like, Jesus, man, just such an avoidable goal. But no, that's what they did. That's what they did. Brutal. I mean, look at that, man. Shamrock Rovers has just defeated Santa Clara for Portugal 2-1 away from home. So let's not... Aberdeen, man, here, they've salvaged something, but let's not pretend this is a great performance or result. Really, really not. They make it 2-1 with Pulvera. Absolute great finish into the top left-hand corner. Rattles the post and then goes in. Aberdeen at this point, I mean, they're trying long shots, they're doing everything, but there's just a real lack of quality. So Claire has a header that goes wide. It's just so bad. Keskinen has a shot that's blocked. There, Amkish guys just shooting and getting shots blocked, man. This Stade Bucharest team have had like their worst start to the season in years. Like they've won one game out of 6 in their league, and considering they're champions, that's bogging. But then they finally get their goal, but the 88th minute, Soclair makes it 2 each after the shot was blocked. Corner comes in, hits it in the back of the net. Pulvera then gets a header saved at the 94th minute. Flicked, saved, shite, good night. The referee even added on an extra minute for Aberdeen, but they just didn't want to whip it into the box, man. Real lack of quality, but it finished 2 each in the end between Aberdeen and Stade Bucharest. Here, if Aberdeen just cut out mistakes and go over to Romania next week, they can absolutely go through to the Europa League. But you would fear, if you were an Aberdeen fan, of that Aberdeen team taking on the top teams in the Europa League, because fucking that was bad. But anyway, coefficient point, baby.